Welcome everyone. The first student graduated from our department in 1895, making this our 126th year. This is our third, and I hope our last, virtual ceremony, as I miss celebrating with everyone in person, as I'm sure you do as well. My name is Morton Barlaz, and I've spent my entire 31-year academic career at NC State. I am proud and honored to serve as the head of our great department. As with all of our faculty, we have dedicated our professional careers to education, and we miss having you in class in real life. It has been a long time since I had the opportunity to see Mann Hall, and now our new home in Fitzwillard Hall, bustling with students. This has been a difficult year and a half. I hope that this video will serve as a short diversion as we celebrate your accomplishments. As graduates of a top department in the country, you should be proud and have a lot to look forward to. So how do we relate the pandemic to engineering? Well, there's new building designs with air filtration. There's sampling wastewater treatment plants to track disease spread at the level of a dorm, a neighborhood, or a city. Designing buildings of all sorts, airports, hotels, offices, elevators, to keep people apart instead of together. And of course, supply chains and logistics for vaccine distribution. Not to mention the great toilet paper shortage of 2020. All things that we were not talking about before the pandemic. I suppose that this leads to one of the lessons that have guided the way that I organize my life, both professionally and personally. Expect the unexpected. As engineers, we love to plan and schedule, but we must also recognize that there are many things that we cannot control. Floods, earthquakes, forest fires, even the randomness of some health problems, and now pandemics. Today, you'll hear from a few of our faculty, staff, and students as we wish you well. We know that this is not a substitute for an in-person event, and I never thought that I would miss shaking hands with over 100 graduates as much as I do now. As I noted in my letter to each of you, we will arrange to gather in person on the Engineering Oval to celebrate when it is safe to do so.
Hi everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rudy Saracino, a faculty member in the department where I have the privilege of serving as an associate head for undergraduate programs. I would have never thought that I'd be recording my third virtual celebration of graduation video in Zoom, but here we are again. In spite of all the challenges we faced over the past 3 semesters, you should all be very proud of earning a highly sought after degree in civil, construction, or environmental engineering from one of the top ranked programs in the country. Over the past 4 years, I've also had the opportunity to serve as the College of Engineering representative on the university courses and curricula committee. And in that role, I've had the opportunity to review and approve course and curriculum revisions from departments across NC State University. And that has allowed me to witness firsthand and appreciate the high level of rigor and expectations we have for students in our degree programs. And for that, we are extremely proud of all of your accomplishments. And we are confident that you are well prepared to succeed in your future, no matter what that might be. Before I continue, let me share with you some words of wisdom taken from CE 214 Statics that will prepare you for any challenge you have in your future career. And that also,
Congratulations, graduates. I am really happy and proud of you. Whether you graduated with a 4.0, 2.0, or somewhere in the middle, you made it. and that's an awesome achievement. I was wishing that this particular graduation would be face-to-face, not only for you, but also for me. I will be retiring in October, so this will be my very last graduation. I want you to know you were all a big part of what made my job so special. And I know I'll really miss it, and I'll miss you too. I'll look forward to the celebration in our new building, Fitzwillard Hall, and even if I'm retired, I will be there to hopefully see some of you one last time. Good luck to all of you, and I'll end by saying what my 92-year-old dad always says to me when things get a little rough. He says, remember, life is 10% what happens and 90% what you make of it. So again, congratulations and good luck. And to end this, there's one question that I have for you. What is one of your fondest or strongest memories of your time here in our department or at NC State?
I made a lot of really great friends.
Meeting my lifelong friends.
I play on the hockey team, and I'll probably remember that the most, and all the different friends that I got to meet.
I think I'll remember two things. One is the lemon wafer ice cream at Howl and Cow, and the second thing is a peanut butter machine at Fountain Dining Hall. Those things are unforgettable.
Is just the atmosphere itself, I would have to say. I enjoyed being around a lot of bright students.
Graduates, congratulations. My name is John Merrill, and I received a Bachelor of Science in Environmental Engineering from NC State in 2018. Since, I've been at Geosyntec Consultants in the San Francisco Bay Area working to clean up contaminated sites. What I remember most about my time at NC State are my out-of-classroom experiences. From conducting undergraduate research to involvement in student organizations, I was provided with many opportunities to apply principles learned through coursework while also developing practical and soft skills that have helped me transition into industry.
Congratulations. Y'all have put in an immense amount of work and effort, and through that perseverance, you have reached this milestone. So congratulations. As you begin to work and start your career, hopefully some of the information that we've been able to share will provide you some valuable guidance. Hopefully also maybe bring a little chuckle or a smile as you remember some of the little habits and the way in which some of this information was delivered. So, in the perspective that imitation is the highest flattery, we'll see what type of impersonations y'all have of us.
So Dr. Welton, whenever he starts a Zoom lecture, always says, well, good morning, y'all. He'll even do it at 1:30 in the afternoon.
So Professor Welton would always be, good morning, y'all. How you doing?
Mr. Welton is probably the most distinct one because he's just, y'all.
Yeah, in statics class, Mr. Welton would walk in every class period and be in the class saying, morning, y'all.
Well, I guess this also goes back to Mr. Welton. It was kind of a nice thing that he did to make us feel a little better when we answered a question wrong. He'd always go, well, and try to lead us into thinking a different direction, but we all knew that meant that is not right at all.
Good afternoon, class. My name is Roberto Nunes, and I welcome to CE 469, and I hope that you guys are enjoying yourself. It's very hard, I'm sorry, Roberto, but you were a blast this year.
Hello 2021 graduates. My name is Hannah Ford and I graduated from NC State Civil Department in 2018, although I had a much different experience for the end of my college career. As I think back about my last year in college, I remember the challenges faced between classes, assignments, and projects due. You all have endured that and so much more. From transitioning to working remotely to coordination with project teams online, You all have pushed through and succeeded. After graduation, I began working with structural and building envelope design at Atlas Engineering. The classes at NC State and the project experiences I received in school helped me hit the ground running. When I think about the career path I've chosen, I think about the opportunity to help others, improve the existing infrastructure of our country, and leave a lasting impression. So graduates, what do you love about your chosen field?
What I love about civil engineering is that it's so practical.
You get to see how the projects are implemented and how it helps people every day.
I like that I can go outside and see examples of it.
I'm very thankful and excited to be having a degree in environmental engineering, where I truly feel like the work that I'm going to be doing makes a real and physical impact on the world.
I really like how we work with infrastructures and systems that protect whole entire communities.
The work we do today is going to affect the world for generations.
I love that I can look at a building around me, or really any kind of structure, and just immediately have this sense of understanding how it functions, how loads are distributed into it.
I love that in this field I'll have the ability to make an impact on my community and get to see designs come to life.
I love the diversity, and also that your work kind of goes unnoticed. No one really talks about civil engineering or construction unless it goes wrong. So you're doing a good job when no one's talking about it.
I love the challenge and the feeling of solving a really difficult problem.
In construction, you get to work with so many different people.
I love the outdoors. I love to be out there. I love talking to people. Interaction is very important to me. So having the opportunity to actually guide people in the right direction as a project engineer in the future will be something that I've always been passionate about.
I like the physical outcomes that come out of civil engineering, and getting to appreciate and utilize spaces that, some engineer works so hard to design and create and build is really cool, and I hope to be a part of that one day.
You did a spectacular job of persevering through the most challenging of times. And now you're ready to enter the rewarding and exciting field of civil construction and environmental engineering. I think civil engineering is an inspiring field. We solve problems that touch the lives of the people we know and the communities we live in. Civil construction and environmental engineers create solutions and designs that provide essential resources and services, and these are part of our everyday lives. Beyond that, we're applying and developing cutting-edge technology, advanced mathematics, and scientific computing to solve today's most pressing societal and environmental problems. These are the things I love about civil engineering.
Hi, my name is Ansley Harris. I'm a civil engineering graduate and one of this year's valedictorians. I would like to take a few moments to share some of my thoughts with you. Former U.S. Representative Ed Koch said, "The fireworks begin today. Each diploma is a lighted match. Each one of you is a fuse." I like this quote because it reminds me that this is just the beginning. We all are embarking on different paths now, and we all have so much potential to do good in the world, especially as engineers. I challenge you all to remember the lessons you've learned while in college, to keep learning new lessons every day, and to know that you have the knowledge and the power and the ability to change the world for the better. The class of 2021 has proven to be resilient and adaptable and dedicated. I, for one, can't wait to see where we all end up. And now I have a question for you. What advice do you have for current and future students?
The advice that I would give to incoming students to the CCEE department is to get to know the professors and your peers here. I think the community that I've been able to be a part of here at NC State has been incredibly special and important to me.
Just always ask questions. You need to have that curiosity, that fire in you.
Get involved as much as you can before your 4 years are over, so you have lots of great memories with lots of great people.
I mean, learn to study, obviously, but don't try to do it by yourself. I think I only really got through successfully because of the peers around me, the people I worked with, my friends, who we all studied together and we were all in it together, and I think that's just the best way to do it.
Be willing to go the extra mile and give it your 100% effort
because it's worth it. It's a good degree to get. Obviously, they don't give it away.
Just remember why you're there, look for that future, look for the end game, and find something that drives you to that end game.
My piece of advice would be not to procrastinate. Although, as I am recording this video, I have a paper due that I am procrastinating on, so easier said than done. Hello all, my name is Stryker Schultz, and I'm one of this year's Civil Engineering Valedictorians. I'd like to take a few moments and share some of my thoughts with you. They say that civil engineers help build the foundation of a society. If that's true, that means the strength of our society is tied directly to the strength and the integrity of a nation's or society's civil engineers. Remembering that, I ask that all of you, when you're going into your respective fields, whether it be public or private, you remember that your duty is first and foremost to the people.
Hello everyone, my name is Samantha Bates. I'm a civil engineering graduate and one of this year's valedictorians. I'd like to take a moment to say congratulations to everyone for making it to this day. Our journey has not been without its challenges. We've faced down hurricanes, a global pandemic, Zoom University, and not to mention trying to get out of a manhole bathroom stall. And though it hasn't been a traditional college experience these past couple semesters, in the words of the late great Tony Stark, it's not about how much we've lost, it's about how much we have left. We're the wolf pack, we gotta finish this. And that's what we're here to do today. Today marks the end of our college journey and the beginning of so much more. We may have missed the opportunity to cheer on the pack in person, but we have an even greater opportunity to represent NC State in all that we accomplish moving forward. I can't wait to see what we will be able to think and do together.
Congratulations, class of 2021, because today we are celebrating your day of commencement and your day of new beginnings. But I don't want to overlook all that we've gone through in order to make it to this day. As if graduating is not a big enough challenge in and of itself, I commend you for you were able to do it in these times of great change and uncertainty and pain and loss. And that is a testimony of your strength and your resilience. But if we're being honest, there have been times in which my own personal strength and resilience has run dangerously low, if not altogether dried up. And if you can relate with this sentiment, you know that it has been in those moments that the support that we have received from our NC State community and given to one another has been an absolute necessity. So that leads me into our next question. What NC State professor or faculty member would you like to thank for being instrumental in your success?
I would definitely thank Professor Welton. He's been a great teacher. I've stayed in his office hours many times, definitely in steel design.
I would like to thank Dr. List for being my advisor.
Dr. Dietrich for all his help preparing me for grad school, and I look forward to doing a master's program with him.
I'd like to thank Professor Nunez for being a great faculty advisor for American Concrete Institute and being very supportive of all of his students.
I'd like to thank Dr. Call because he taught 2 classes related to environmental engineering that I really enjoyed, and he's also given me some guidance on what classes to take in the future at NC State.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Roberto for always being there and being helpful.
Definitely Professor Welton. I think he's always been very open, understanding, especially with everything going on. He's always just been there to help us.
Mr. Welton, Dr. List, and Dr. Saraceno in the civil engineering department. I mean, without their generosity and general understanding of, how life can take turns, I would not be graduating and going into my career the way that I am. So I am forever grateful to them.
Dr. Aziz was a good teacher I had for hydraulics. Saraceno, he's helped me out a good amount. Ms. Flanagan, Professor Nunez, Dr. Jaselskis, they've all helped me out a good amount.
Dr. Andrew Grisham, both for his role as a professor in teaching in classes that I've been in with him, but also as his role as a faculty advisor for NC State's chapter of Engineers Without Borders that I've been a part of throughout my entire time here at NC State, and I feel like I've certainly been able to get so much out of it.
Yeah, I would like to thank Dr. Barlas and Dr. De La Cruz, who I work with. I'm allowed to thank you guys for your mentorship and for your help with networking and finding jobs and for your patience with me.
If I had to choose just one, I would like to thank my advisor, Dr. Ranjithan. I couldn't have done it without you, but really all the faculty have been super helpful.
can't believe it's May. This year, like no other, has really flown fast.
Yeah, it really zoomed by.
I like puns. Puns make life fun. Okay, are you ready to do this?
You bet. On behalf of all of the graduate faculty and staff in CCEE, we congratulate our graduate students for earning their hard-won degrees.
Our master's and PhD students have persevered through a challenging year, to say the least. When faced with uncertainty and unprecedented disruptions, you adapted and innovated to achieve your goals in your academic and research. Thank you for being understanding and cooperative. I know our faculty work very hard to give you the best experience possible.
I know I did. I told all my best jokes over Zoom, but since we weren't in person, they weren't even remotely funny.
Oh, another pun? You are very punny today.
But in all seriousness, completing a graduate degree is a challenging enough endeavor, and we are extraordinarily proud of what everyone has accomplished this year as we navigated a pandemic.
Congratulations to all our May 2021 graduates. Very well done. We will miss all of you. Our undergraduates, is there a faculty or staff member in our department you'd like to thank or share how they helped you succeed?
I would like to start with Professor Edward Jaselskis, who was my academic advisor at NC State, and also he taught us some beautiful subjects and beautiful class and holding an importance as construction project management.
I would like to express my deepest gratitude to my advisor, Dr. Andrew Bishop, for his continuous support and encouragement throughout my PhD life. Go back.
I'd like to thank Dr. Ranjithan for giving me a warm welcome into NC State when I first joined in the RISE program. I'd also like to thank Dr. Tariq Aziz, Dr. Obenalla, and Dr. Berglund for all their guidance throughout my time here in the RISE program and during my master's studies.
Also, I would like to thank Jody. She is like the rock behind us. We are, as an international student, we have so many doubts, we have different process going on. So she was the rock behind whatever we need. We have a problem and she is a solution. Also would like to thank Professor William Rastoff, Alex Albert, who always brought a practical approach to the classes we always took, and there was so much excitement attending those classes and hearing your stories and what happens on site and everything. That was always fun to be around.
From our environmental engineers to our construction engineers and our civil engineers, we wish you all the best. What is it that you love most about your chosen field, and what do you hope to do next?
Graduating from my PhD studies in transportation engineering, I like my major because it's mostly based on mathematical programming and data science, which are my favorite fields of science. After graduation, I would like to learn more about real-world transportation problems and try to solve them based on what I have learned during my research in the PhD program. So, go Wolfpack.
I recently completed my PhD in environmental engineering. My research topic is air pollution, and I believe through my research, I will be able to provide meaningful scientific solutions to the complex air pollution problem our world is facing.
Hey, CCEE graduates, congratulations. What you've accomplished is really something special, and thank you for letting me be a part of celebrating that. My name is Andrew Berglund, and I graduated with an MS in the department in 2013, specifically in the Computing and Systems group. Today I am a software architect at Red Hat here in Raleigh. So the skills I learned in my degree have been invaluable in my career, whether it was something tangible like learning to code, or the intangibles like creative problem solving, hard work, dedication. It really just paid dividends towards my success.
I didn't fall asleep in manhole, but I've seen plenty of people who did.
I've definitely fallen asleep many times in manhole. As a learner, I more connect with doing things, reading things, discussing things, learning by hearing about it, not so much.
Yes, all the time, actually. Probably shouldn't admit that.
I would just be nodding.
I think 1 or 2 times where I fell asleep. One of them that I remember was in, I think it was Dr. Han's HVAC class. And I love Dr. Han, he's a great teacher, but it was right after lunch and it was very difficult for me to stay awake.
I told myself I was only going to rest my eyes for 30 seconds after an exam and ended up falling asleep for about 30 minutes.
All the time, especially in the computer lab. I mean, there's times when you have to like push it to the limit when it comes down to engineering. So yeah, getting a little bit of rest here and there, taking a nap every once in a while, nothing wrong with that.
I've many times in manhole completely passed out.
I've fallen asleep many times in manhole. I used to nap a lot in the lobby on the couches there, and then one time when I was studying really late in room 301, I needed a quick nap, so I slept on a table for like 20 minutes.
As a society, we are coming out of the pandemic. We will pick up as best we can where we left off and never forget all the damage that has been done. As we pick up, hopefully we can find a way to keep what we do well and recognize where we need to improve, whether it be education, business, or our personal and familial relationships. As we move forward, we will rely on your talents and resilience to help us rebuild even stronger. Our needs in civil infrastructure are still there. In fact, on April 30th, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg and Second Gentleman Doug Imhoff visited NC State to talk about the President's infrastructure proposal. They spent most of their time in our department because that is what we do. We design, build, and manage sustainable infrastructure for society. Roads, bridges, buildings, our electrical grid, water and wastewater treatment systems, and yes, our public health system. Your class will be part of the new generation of engineers that plays a key role in these societal challenges. Your time will come. Be patient, be persistent, adapt as needed, under-promise and over-deliver. Keep focused on your long-term goals and what you need to do to achieve your goals. Until the workforce welcomes you in, ask yourselves who you can help and how. It might be at home, it might be in your neighborhood, it might be helping primary or secondary or high school students with their math or science. It will be different for each of you, but you are now graduates of a top program and have a lot to contribute. As I say to everyone now, I look forward to the time when we can come back together, whether it is to celebrate graduation, shake hands and watch the joy in your families, or just simply see the Wolfpack campus alive again with students. But until then, let's stay in touch through social media and email. We really do want to hear from you. Be patient, stay healthy and safe, help out where you can. The pack remains strong. Go Pack!
I'm so proud to be a graduate of the CCEE department. Go Pack!
Go Wolfpack!
Go Pack!
My Wolfie's also in frame.
Would you like us to show us your best wolf? I'm gonna looking to see if anyone's around. Ow! That's it. That's all I'm gonna do.
Oh,